Rap came from us. It started in the South Bronx. It started with conscious rappers. So to my brothers and sisters who are rappers, see, you're part of a scheme, but you don't realize you are an unwitting collaborator in a scheme that is to destroy you and your future.
Let's be very clear, I ain't here to drink beer, smoke weed, shoot the breeze and break bread with you. I'm only here to resurrect the living dead with you. Thought it was some kind of a game, I'm not playing with you. I got the Moorish warlords with Moroccan sharp swords, Ethiopians with white face camouflage, already disciplined and ready for that sabotage. You listen to Minaj? Word? You should kill yourself and everybody that you came with. Arrangements out of jurisdiction, no arraignment. My name gets mentioned through the ethers, through high frequency speakers. Certified 45, get in line. Make this revolution rap your favorite pastime. Make listening to Coon Tune your very last time. Last time he was CO and now he's gangstified. Pushing keys, catching bodies, man, somebody lied. I'd rather listen to that God noise, levitate with fly boys, organize an army, bang dead prayers. Understand I'm not a missionary, just the devil's adversary. Extraordinary, compliment the feds. And most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. I truly sympathize, I hope this pretty singing satisfies. Now should we get back to business then? Separating gods from the nigga men, separating chicken heads from the heroines. They tell me constantly that I should change my content. You're just too conscious, maybe you should narrow in. Rhyme more about that street like heroin. Make it amplify, glorify the hell you're in. But where the hell you been? Clearly you don't know me then. Spit flame, ethanol, Jada Pinkett set it off. I gang bang on opposition till his head is off. His arm, leg, arm nailed to a cross. You're not a mob boss, Florentini, Machiavelli. Closest you are to Italian is salsa spaghetti. The flow is deadly, hip-hop jihad medley. They could tell I was a rebel the moment they met me. Gotta respect me, the 85ers wanna sex me. Occupied by the 5, still I let them sweat me. You can bet me, Phoenix if they try to dead me. And the Republic of Gorillas still ready to wreck me. I pull verses from my spleen for the have-nots who seem caught between the rocks and the hard spots. And most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. I truly sympathize, I hope this pretty singing satisfies. Now should we get back to business then? I'm not the only one can tell that something's going on. We hustle harder every day and barely holding on. These big banks getting breaks that will be gully on. And they'll freeze your assets, keep your scullies on. The same Babylon upgraded red bottom. And he was about that revolution till the feds got him. My man Scott got 3 to 5 for a bag of weed. But be a priest and rape boys walk scot-free. I bet you thinking that I'm kidding cause I'm throwing stones. It isn't me, it's ancient maces in my chromosomes. Impatient ancestors raging through my ribosomes. See scrolls translated through a microphone. The freedom banger, hanger, Margaret Sanger. Planned Parenthood in every hood would like to thank her. Bankers, Rockefeller, Bilderberg, Unicom, DuPont, IBM, UNICEF, and Viacom. My verbal firearm annihilate the infrastructure. Comedic lexicon, cause I don't speak the tongue of suckers. I born degrees of the royal pedigrees and leaving me 16 in my afterbirth. Still, most listening are subject to conditioning. They need a hook, something snappy just to pull them in. Just West, not Ruby Selah.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Welcome to another episode of Do Not Radio, the place when I'm born. This is your host. Now it's born alive. We're here, okay? It's not fake. It's not a deep fake, okay? We really got our warrior sister here. We got one of Allah's angels who is truly here for the service, health, and restoration of our people, okay? One engagement at a time, okay? We healing with the Healing Tribe Mother, okay? We got our Tribe Mother here today to give us a word, okay? I was thinking about magical matriarchs to celebrate in March. March is Women's History Month, and I was like, let me just beseech our sister. I know she's busy out here saving the world, but maybe she got a few moments to. She's like, I guess, brother, inshallah, I can make it over here with you. So it becomes an honor and privilege at this time to introduce some and present to others, and welcome back to her other home, okay? One who is empowering our souls by the permission and grace of Allah, our sister, our mother, our tribe corrector, okay? Because when we get out of line, she'll be like, back in. Get back in line. Okay. Oh, she got that ruler. That ruler ain't no joke. Okay. Healing with the Angelicas on Angelica X. Welcome back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you so much for inviting me back on your show. It is such a pleasure to be back on your beautiful platform and to share space with you again. So I am looking
Hey.
forward to the show. Praise be to Allah.
Okay. I know I seen you fly in here, okay? Because you just came back from one of the greatest gatherings in the universe. So I need a tiny bit of the journey because we was with you, okay? We was in the trenches with you trying to make it happen. Okay, you like, what do I need to what the I got a goal over here, like what now that it's behind you, you can reflect on it. So if you could share some of the sights and the sounds and some of the things from your Savior's Day journey, pre,
Wow.
during, post. Pretty cool.
Yes. Well, one thing for sure, I knew that I was going to Savior's Day. Um, At first, it was an inkling in my mind, like, how am I going to get the money to go? I need to do this, I need to do that. But I really I told myself, Angelica, you're going to Savior's Day and you're going to go the whole weekend and it's going to happen. I've always, ever since I joined the nation, um, just really been feeding off that faith. So I had it in my mind, like, hey, I'm going to Saviour's Day. It's going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to get the money. I don't know how I'm going to get there, who I'm riding with, where I'm going to stay, but it's going to happen. And Allah made that happen. And oh my gosh, wow. I'm grateful. It was such a beautiful experience, it being my first Savior's Day. And honestly, I already having that rapport with people just from having a podcast and already having some of the believers on my show. It was like a big family reunion, being able to actually physically meet the believers and just actually being in that atmosphere. It was such a beautiful frequency within a believer, just all of us gathering together. And so just having that experience was one, and I know one that I will never forget. And even people that are not in a nation, people that are not Muslims, like, I believe everyone should experience a Savior's Day. It's very life changing and just beautiful, just being amongst Black people and nothing went wrong. Like, you don't have to worry about fighting, arguing. It's just a beautiful atmosphere. And of course, being able to just be in the presence of the minister was even better, and just listening to just all the beautiful things that he had to say, the things that I've been waiting to hear, all of us been waiting for him to say, and just seeing how strong and how beautiful Allah is just having him to be. It was just beautiful seeing him come out. I think I was so excited when he walked out on his cane, with his little cane, or he didn't even have help coming out. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. I know that's a lie, and him being able to stand for that amount of time just really proves that he is who he is, and Allah is God. So man, I can talk about it all day. I had so much fun seeing all the believers, having the experience. It was just, I wish it didn't end. So yeah.
So if you had to explain it from your perspective to somebody who's not familiar with Savior's Day, how would you explain it to them?
Wow, that's a beautiful question. Savior's Day, I will say it to someone who doesn't never experience it. I will say it's a weekend of Black love. Weekend of festivities of Black love, Black unity, togetherness, because that's all that was. Just all of us being together in one room, and you know, unfortunately, we don't see that a lot. We don't see unity a lot. And we definitely don't see Black people really coming together and getting along for a long period of time. So just being able to, like I said, bear witness to that. If you want to be around some love, some Black love around your people, that is the place to be.
So aside from what you named, I'm looking for two profound memories that you can share from that experience. If you had to just pick two, what would they be?
um, one of my memories would be the I absolutely enjoy the dinner with the minister after the address. So beautiful, and I was able to connect with a lot more people that wasn't able to connect with prior. So that in particular stood out to me. It was beautiful listening to the orchestra, listening to the minister speak again, and him providing us with that beautiful dinner. It was beautiful. I love that. And another, I would say another takeaway. Honestly, the whole thing was a takeaway. Like everything had so many different little moments, but oh my gosh. I did not I did not mention this to anyone. However, I had the experience to see a baby plane. Um, I was able to see one of the baby planes. Can you hear me? It looked like it went out.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, okay. So having the experience to physically see one of the baby planes close up, I said, "Oh my God." And it was just me and one other person. So it was like no one else there. And I seen it plain as day. Like it literally looked like a small Ferris wheel, like with lights. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I've been waiting. I dreamed to see one of these things. Like literally had dreams of seeing one, and I was blessed to see one. So mm, that was beautiful."
All praises due to Allah. Look at that.
Yes.
So if you was to gauge yourself before you went to Savior's Day and now after, where are you in terms of your commitment? If you was to gauge your faith space, where are you now? If you was here, are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Where would you say you are?
Man, I'm all the way to the ceiling. I'm all the way to the sky. I think all of us is still lit off that Savior's Day spirit. Like
Mm,
if and it's funny because it came around the most beautiful time because we about to enter into Ramadan. So it's like a big recharge that I'm feeling. We all, and everybody's not perfect. We have our times where we fall off a little bit. We need to get back, in alignment. So just being able to experience Savior's Day and then still have that Savior's Day effect on me, just wanting to be out there, getting more into the mission, being able to push this program, being able to really really get our people, because sometimes we can get caught up being in the mission and actually forgetting what the mission is, and that is to resurrect our people. We have to get out here. So it just made me want to stand on business and be more assertive when it comes to helping the minister and saving our people. So I'm on a high, and I'm still high. I came home ready to formulate ideas, plans, events, you know, because, like, you know, we have something that is so beautiful, and this is something that everyone, even if you don't want to join a nation, you don't got to join a nation to be a part of this beautiful thing. Just being able to just go out here and plant those seeds, because I know one day, that seed's gonna grow, and you're gonna remember Sister Angelica, so praise be to Allah.
My praise is due to Allah. So you got an amazing show planned today, okay? Amazing show planned for today. If you want to speak about it with this audience and remind your audience, I know everybody's charged up. They got their reminders, their notifications on, and like, okay, what's going on today? Okay, so I'm honored to be in the throughway. Okay, I'm aligned, honored to be in the throughway of such greatness. So if you want to talk about it real quick, please do so.
Oh my God. When I say I've been waiting to do a part two with my brother. So I was and that was the thing too. Like when I had actually seen Brother Nuri at Savior's Day, I'm like, he's super busy, let me not bother him. Sometimes we think like, don't let me not bother him, whatever. Cause he looked super busy. So, but I came over there. He was like, is that Sister Angelica? I said, Brother Nuri, now how you been? He's like, he was like, uh-oh. Oh, can you hear
There
me?
you go. There you
See?
go. There
Okay,
you go.
okay, yes. He's like, where you been? We supposed to get back on the show. What's going on? I said, Brother Nuri, what's up? Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. So that's when we planned today's show. So we are doing a part two on the divine love of the man and woman. This was I actually got him on the show 2 years ago when I had started, and I still wanted to do a part two because at the end of the day, relationships is a topic that will never ever, we talk about relationships all day, and it's so many things that are changing when it comes to people's perspectives on relationship. So I'm super excited about today. We'll be diving deep into, relationships, men and women relationships. So, if you have any questions, take that time when you get on the show. Watch the show to ask your questions. And we also will elaborate a little bit on his new book. I think it's The Mathematic of the Mind. Beautiful book already. Like all his books is always amazing, so we'll be tapping in a little bit more to that. So yeah, I'm super excited about the show and just praying that anyone who listens to the show later on today will get some insights and ways on how we all can fix our relationships as men and women.
Okay. Okay. And what time is that today? What time is it coming on?
Yes, it will be on 5 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m.
So a couple hours, okay? A couple hours is
Yes.
popping. It's popping in a couple hours, okay? All right. 2 year anniversary. What's up? Tell us about it. What you got planned? If you can share that with us. If we gotta wait, we'll wait. But congratulations on this 2 year endeavor. Take us back to when you first started to right now. What's up? 2 years. Happy anniversary.
Alhamdulillah. Like I did not I didn't know exactly where I was going with this. I really didn't. I just knew that I had something to say. And I just knew that I wanted people to embark on a healing journey with me. And I also wanted to be able to provide educational content for those that are in need of healing, if it's mentally, physically, or spiritually. And all praises is due to Allah for the teachings and for Islam and the Nation of Islam for actually pushing me into actually doing it because, you know, even though I have a lot of guests that are not in the nation, being blessed to have people on a show that is in the nation to be able to still have wage that gap between us and the lost founds. We've been able to come together to continue to spread the teachings in a way that's relatable to our lost founds, So, man, I'm just grateful. I knew that the things that I went through prior to even wanting to start the show, everything was destined, even though I didn't know what was going on in my life. At that time, I went through a huge health problem that scared the heck out of me. But it pushed me to want to heal myself. So as I was pushing myself to heal myself and having that faith, OMG, having that faith and to know that Allah is God and Allah is the healer. Being able to go off that, I was able to spark up this idea. Say, hey, let's start a podcast. Let's have more conversations about healing. And the word healing is famous now. Everyone talks about healing, but there's so many different aspects into healing. So that's what Healing with Angelica is for, to bring forth those different aspects of healing that we all need to talk about, and also being able to give people a safe space to come in to talk about their healing journey. If you're educated in healing or health, whatever case may be, come in and discuss that. Because I realized as well when I was on my healing journey, if it wasn't for those people who had those podcasts that I used to listen to when I was going through what I was going through, who didn't get on shows and talked about their health issues with thyroid, which was what I had going on. If it wasn't for those people out there being okay to confess and actually tell me their testimony, I don't know where I would be right now, because it was through other people's testimonies that also encouraged me to want to get out here to tell my testimony and allow others to do the same. So I'm just so grateful. I can't believe it's been 2 years already. Healing with Angelica, I'm really, really ready to take this. I always say this. I'm ready to take this like on the road. I'm ready to really like travel different areas in different cities to form different event spaces for those who are ready to really start their healing journey, because I really believe that everybody wants to heal. We hear this all the time, but is always, where do I start? I don't know, where do I start? Where is my healing journey? Because everybody's on a different wavelength when it comes to their healing, and that's what I had to realize. I'm not in the same wavelength as someone else in their healing journey. So everyone is really I want to say like they're special in their own way when it comes to their healing journey. So being able to come together as one, for us all to embark on a healing journey together, because that's the big thing, and that's what I have. And it's funny I'm bringing this up now, because I didn't think about it at the time when I talked about it, but I said healing is a journey, but you should not have to heal alone. That's why we have Healing with Angelica, because I'm still healing. I still have things I'm healing from, but that doesn't mean we should not be able to experience the journey or allow others to experience the journey with you. That's where the authenticity come in. That's when those relationships come in, because you're allowing people to go on that journey with you. So, and Healing with Angelica is really going to, by the grace of Allah, hit the roads. I want to do that. I want to hit the roads, come up, have some events, and still, of course, have the podcast available, for us, for people to listen to, and still have my guests coming in. But I'm trying to physically take it somewhere.
You did physically take it to some places, because I seen some reflections with some folks with some dope merchandise on. You understand what I'm saying? So anywhere you got some merchandise at, you have a tribe member. So connecting with your tribe members, tell your tribe members, hey, can we find us a little space, sit down with them? They invite some folks. You know how it goes. Like, you in the greatest nation in the universe. Each one teach 1,000. Okay, so you go your tribes folk are, your tribesmen, your tribeswomen, your sisters, everybody that's in your warm market and say, hey, I want to bring this where you are. How can you help? How can I help? What can I do? What can we do to make it happen? That's it. You literally got the world at your space, and you got one of them baby planes that's watching you, that's following you. Okay, you understand what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, hey, I'll look. Thank you. You got what you need by the grace of Allah because of your steadfast commitment and your zeal. You see what I'm saying? And I'm thankful to Allah for you every day. I'm celebrating you every day out here, making your mission happen, and world get the chance to bear witness to the greatness. Okay, so yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
anywhere the tribe is, okay, anywhere the tribe is, that should be that could be your immediate focus on going
Mm-hmm.
where your tribe folks are, and then expanding out. Your warm market until the world becomes your world market, to the
Yeah.
universe becomes your world market. You see what I'm saying? So I'm definitely celebrating. I remember 2 years for me. 2 years. I was like, man, I didn't think I would make it 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So I
Okay.
had different plans. I was like, all right, I did that first episode. I was like, all right, I guess that's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Here you
You
go.
understand what I'm saying? Like, and one of my brothers called me. He was like, yo, knowledge, man. You sure you ain't never did this before? Because it was just
Mm.
audio then. It was just audio. And he was like, you sure you never did this before? I'm like, what you? I'm like, did he hear the same show I was on? Like, I was clueless. I didn't know what I was doing. I was
Yeah.
nervous. I was stuttering a little bit. I was like, man. He was like,
Mm.
nah, nah. He was like, nah. So literally 90% of my angst was my mind. It was in
Mm.
my mind, in my head. The little pauses, I didn't know what I was doing, blah, 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 all of that. All of it moved away.
Mm.
All of it moved away. And next thing you know, it was just going. It's going. This is our ninth year now with Dunas
Yes.
Radio. It
Praise be
wasn't.
to Allah.
It wasn't. It
Woo!
wasn't 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I guess it's a wrap. You see what I'm saying? But
Yes.
Allah had greater plans, and I wanted to celebrate our people exclusively. I wanted them to have a sacred space, not just a safe space, a sacred space
Mm-hmm.
where they could be celebrated. And what the work is like. You deal with healing modalities, so. You telling black people I want to celebrate you. They're like, what you want from me? Like, they ready with
And,
their pistol and all kinds
man.
of stuff. You understand what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like, hey,
Mm.
they not playing with that. You see what I'm saying? So
Yes.
literally, that's something that's been a catalyst for me to push the things along from you know 1 day, 2 days to next thing you know it's a year, then it's 2 years, then it's this milestone, then it's this milestone. Whatever the case may be, it was something that was a catalyst and a push for righteous recognition. You know what I'm saying? So I know, with your journey and the people that you chose, because you handpicked everybody that comes along. It ain't just because I filled out a form, I'm supposed to be there type of situation. Like you handpicked, so you were guided to them for some reason or purpose, and it revealed itself in the interaction. So I'm thankful for everything that I've seen, everything that you've done, and on this journey and on this path, and how you've been able to open these doors and make these connections and get our people righteously on the path towards healing them,
Yes.
whatever that looks like for them. So all praises due to Allah
Yes.
for you.
Be to Allah.
Okay.
Praise be to Allah. Yes.
So what's next? What's next that you got up your sleeve that you can share with us? You know what I'm saying? I know you got at least one thing you got up your sleeve you can share with us.
I mean, well, as far as, are you saying like as far as healing with Angelica?
Anything. I know your mind just 7 things flashed across your mind. You was like, wait a minute, I don't know if I need to say that about
Because I
that.
have so much I want to do. I have
Yes.
like it's so much that I want to do, and I pray Allah blesses me with the opportunity to make it happen. But the big thing right now, honestly, would be just like I said before, I really want to expand healing with Angelica. So trying to work with my market and really dive in deep with this, because like I said, at first, like, I didn't know where I was going with Healing with Angelica. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know it was going to get to this capacity. And I'm so grateful. But now it's like, okay, you know, I want more. It needs to be more. So that's where, I started the consultation calls, the one-on-one consultation calls, being able to have those one-on-one times with those that are ready to start their healing journey. And then on top of that, being able to expand that. So in my mind, I'm having the thought of having Healing with Angelica events sponsored, of course, by me and others that are on this healing journey with me, other women that's on healing journey, and depending on what space in their life that they're in or what they're doing as far as mentally, physically, spiritually. So the goal is to expand Healing with Angelica and be able to have other people collab with other people, because what I've learned is that this is not this is not something that one should do alone. This is definitely not a journey that I can do all by myself. So I'm ready and willing to collab with other people, other women, that are also on the same journey as me. Because on top of that, even with that, and that's what I love about my podcast, is that it's actually like a healing session for me. Like, anytime I get on a show with my guests, like, I'm getting a therapy session, just listening to what people may have went through in their healing journey, or just listening to educational things that people bring when they come on the show. So it has became like, it's work, but it's not work. It's healing for me. So being able to expand that is the goal. So just be on the lookout. You'll see Healing with Angelica in the city near you. Inshallah, we're gonna take it on the road. So yeah.
See, look, as soon as you said it, somebody said they want to collaborate. You see that? Okay, they want to collaborate. They
Alhamdulillah.
beat
Praise
me to the
Allah.
collab. I was about to say, you know what I'm saying? I want to collaborate, and then sis was like, "Watch out, little bruh. I got
Listen.
this." Okay, you
Now
understand what I'm
it's a
saying? Like, hey,
yeah, that's
okay.
what it's about.
What she said, okay? What she said, you know what I'm saying? I want to
Okay,
collaborate
yeah,
with
because
her.
we sometimes we and I think it's also just the way we've been conditioned as well, wanting to do everything by ourselves, get it out the mud by ourselves, like it's a badge of honor. Like, yes, it's cool that you did it and you was able to do it by yourself, but if you ain't got to do it by yourself, don't do it. Don't do, especially when it comes to the resurrection of our people. This is not a one person job. So that's why, listen, sis, we get with me. I'm ready to just collab, so I can also grow Healing with Angelica. So yes, sir.
Okay, okay, all right, yes. So listening to these stories over the years is something that was a major catalyst for me, and I didn't know until I was in the classroom of instruction. I was like, okay, I lived all of these lives. You could think about your own life. You lived all of these lives. You know, each aspect of these experiences that you had is a life unto itself. You could elaborate on that particular experience, exponentially. So now you're here and you're listening to other people share aspects of their life that you resonate with, that you learn from, that you glean from, and all of that. So this space, knowing that there are people out there, everybody has a journey, everybody has a story that they're willing to share. So this becomes, something that will expand itself, indiscriminate, regardless to whom or what, like our lessons say. So, regardless to whom or what. So, we at this space. In another aspect of our lessons, it said, and then what happened? You see what I'm saying? Like you got to this point, and then it says, and then what happened? So, how you're moving in regards to your relationship, that first relationship to Allah. You see them, yeah, first relationship to Allah. This is where all of these things, come into existence. So for those who are listening out there, from you personally, what's some things that you could share with them to increase and be better at their relationship with the Most High, that better relationship with God, that better relationship with Allah, that helped you along your journey to get where you gotten to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as you were talking, something came up. This is not an exact of what you're asking, but it just made me think about how much he wants us to praise him. He wants us to glorify him. And that happens the most when we are put to the test. Allah God tests us. And through those tests, when we make it out, that's that testimony. So we all have a testimony that has to be shared. Has to be shared. I feel like when someone doesn't share their testimony, they are rejecting someone that may be wanting healing, that may be wanting help, that needs that. Everybody is different. Some people may like me and may like the way I talk, so they listen to me. Some people may, even though say I'm in the same category as someone else when it comes to healing. Oh, I like how she says it because of this. Everyone's not going to listen to me. Like sister, it's not my comment box, but Sister Ebony, I think that's her name on there. I'm gonna just use you for example. You may have something very particular and special that has to be told that I can't share that will attract the right person. My thing is that even if you just had one person, that's all you need. Just one person just listen to you and listen to your testimony and want to know more. Like you save so many people just from that one person, right? So being able to not be afraid to stand up and speak your testimony, no matter how it may look to someone else, because understand that Allah does not take us through anything that he wouldn't put more on us that we can bear. He won't do it. But he chose you in particular for this test because he knew after this you were going to be strong. You were going to be the one that was going to be able to say so many lies because he put you through that test to bear witness to him. So on this journey of where I'm at now, I have never had such a strong connection with Allah. This is like the most I've ever felt connected with him, to where I'm able to really hear him, and being able to really tap in with yourself. That's why it's so important to obtain that knowledge of self, because once you obtain that knowledge of self, you obtain the knowledge of God. If you don't know God, that means you don't know yourself. So the journey of self-discovery has been able to enlighten me on this journey of what my purpose really is. This is my purpose. Healing, assisting people on their healing journey. Because one thing, I'm not a healer. Allah God is the only healer. I'm going to say that. Allah God is the only healer. I'm just here to assist him on on people's healing journey, assisting with other people on their healing journey. So I'm really a servant. And that's what I feel like. This is my purpose. This is my calling. And being able to connect with Allah God and building that relationship up with him, you're able to really know what your purpose is. If you don't have a purpose, you're not living. What are you doing? So just being able to really connect with myself, getting to know myself on this journey of healing, even before the podcast, getting to know myself, understanding who I am, understanding my value as a woman. That's what attracted, I ain't gonna lie, that's what attracted me to the nation. Like hearing him talk about how, powerful and, amazing a Black woman is. I said, whoa, I've never heard anything like this in my life. But hearing that and that giving me the confidence, and also knowing, and I know the minister spoke about this, I think he spoke about it briefly at the Saviour's Day address, like you have to know who you're praying to. You have to know who you're praying to and believe that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is alive and well. Allah is still alive and well. You have to really believe that and know who you're praying to. And people that's not in the nation may not understand this at this time. I pray Allah blesses you all to understand when the time is right. But once I knew who my God was, who my God is, it was on the flow. It was on the floor. I swear to y'all. It was on the floor because I was able to build this connection. It was like, it's like being able to get all the secrets and details of the world, because you got that connection. You ain't even you got all the secrets and jewels right here because you connected to Allah. He got you. So being able to build that connection with him, riding off that faith and knowing that my God is real has been able to take me to a level that I never imagined I would be. At a point in time, I feared death. It was a point in time where I did fear death. But coming into the nation and understanding life and death and understanding that my God is real and he is alive, it made me have a better understanding of life and death. It took away that fear. And that's a lot of us. We're carrying a lot of fear. But fear to me is just the lack of trust in Allah God. When you fear something, you are lacking trust. There's an area you're lacking trust in, right? So when I knew that I was being over bombarded with fear, I feel like my trust with Allah was the problem. So in order for me to build that trust with him, I had to get to know him. And I got to know him by getting to know me, getting to know who I am, So yeah, I can go on all day about that, but that's really what it was that brought me to where I am now, just as an individual, with my podcast, is being able to maintain that relationship with Allah. And even though, things may get shaky, things may happen, just know that we are always connected because we are a part of the best nation in the world. There it is.
My praise is due to Allah. Thank you. Thank you. There was something tugging at me to ask, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me ask and see what's going on. And Shazam, okay?
Yes.
Excuse me. So, womanhood, motherhood. I had to ask something about womanhood, motherhood. Just a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? What is the outside world missing in that regard? Because you spoke about it a few times, in regards to the nation's view. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said the nation can rise no higher than this woman, right? This is the adage that we live. It's the adage that we live. but somehow, some way, through some artful, clever media manipulation,
Mhm.
there's some sort of misdirection about that. So, as a mother, as a black woman, could you shed some light on your time as a woman in the Nation of Islam?
And I love that you just asked that question because, like, I can feel the fire just boiling all inside of me right now, just firing up because I am so passionate about the woman, which I told you that's what attracted me to the nation. You know, we have a big misconception of who the woman is and her value to this world. You know, and just with just the media and all this false propaganda just all over the world, the internet, is really taking our women down to a very low level of standard. Um so when I joined the nation, it was able to really, like, understand who I was, not just as a person, but just as a woman, mother of civilization. I said, whoa, like, mother of civilization, how? What do you mean? Like, huh? And when I dive deep into that and understand how valuable and precious we are, I'm like, I will never, ever devalue myself. And that's the problem when it comes to the women of the world. They don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. Honestly, a lot of us don't know who we are. But as far as the woman in particular, she doesn't know how valuable she is in the eye of Allah. That's the big problem. If more women of this world knew their value, knew how important they were to Allah God, you would not see half of the messiness, the craziness, the dysfunction that's coming when it comes to our women and our children. You know, women are the first teachers. We are the first teachers to our children. And in order for us to be able to help really civilize our children and the men, it starts with us. And it starts with us knowing who we are, your value. So joining the nation and understanding who I was as a woman, going to them classes, them MGT, GCC classes, being able to know how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of my husband, inshallah, when that time comes, knowing how to bear children, things that we need to know. It's a lost art. It's a lost art. Women don't cook nowadays. So when you tell me women not cooking, what's going into our children's mouth? Crap, junk. And then what are we seeing from that? We see the children, they having these behavior problems, and then they're going out doing certain things, and then the children are having children. It's like, no, it has to stop. And the Nation of Islam is what can stop it. We have something that is a lost art to those that need to know it, because this is something that we naturally should want to do. We should naturally want to cook, clean, and do certain things because how our genetic makeup is as women. But because we've been bombarded by propaganda, bombarded by just the society and what they want and what they see as high standard, we done threw it to the backside. It's not valuable to us. But like I said, the nation brings a whole different light and perspective of the value of the woman and why the woman is the mother of civilization. We are the ones that has to make it happen. We are the ones that can change change the behavior of our children and change the behavior of our men. We have the power. Men, y'all cool too. I ain't saying nothing about the men. Y'all cool. But women, we got it. That's why we are called the second self of who? God. We are the second self. So, I get so fired up talking about the woman. Y'all can feel it in my, good. But yeah, like, our praises be to Allah. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my purpose. I didn't even know my value as a woman. I allowed people to mistreat me. I allowed men to disrespect me. I allowed myself to disrespect myself with the things I used to wear, with the things I used to say. But now that Allah blessed me with a child, I don't want nothing more but the best for him. Even if he chooses to go his own way, even if he chooses to go his own way, I want to know at least I tried. Sometimes us as women, as parents, we give up. We give up on our children. But we should never give up on our children. We should never give up on them because we wouldn't want nobody to give up on us. And we know what type of condition that we're in. We know the things that we've been through in life and understand that we are just a product of our environment. So once we're able to put in a new product, that new product, which is that Islam, that Nation of Islam, that NGT, GCC, that new product, we put it out in the forefront, you'll see a different environment. So, I'm fired up. Praise be to Allah.
And our praise is due to Allah. That writes an example, indiscriminate to where it might be, the definition of your own way. We all went through our own way struggles and battles and things like that. But, Allah has a beautiful way of bringing us back to where we're supposed to be.
Exactly.
Regardless to whom or what. So, you could go out there and you could go experience that space. You could go experience whatever space it is. But if this is truly your path, either you'll walk back or you'll get drugged back. One way or the other, you'll be back. Because you won't find no peace any other place. Everything might look good. Everything might seem attractive. It might be fair seeming, That's how Shaitan works. Things look fair seeming. So you go out there and you want to investigate. You want to be curious. All of these things. But your foundation is your foundation.
Exactly.
What they say is not on you, it's in you. If it's in you, then it can never be taken away from you, regardless. So you'll go back. You'll see a reminder. You'll hear a reminder, or all those other doors are closed. You'd be like, man, the prodigal son, the parable of the prodigal son was like, he was there and he was envious over what the swine was eating. And in that space, he was like, oh, I can go back home. I took a part of my inheritance and I went and I squandered it because I wanted to experience. I thought I was being sheltered away from the world. I was being protected from access to myself in that way. I didn't need to experience life in that way, but I did. So now, okay, I go and I'm out there in the world. And, I had the friends that was around me because I had it. You see what I'm saying? And then when I ain't have it no more, I ain't have those friends. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm out there and I'm starving, right? I'm starving. I'm out there and I'm wayward. And I'm out there and I'm looking at the swine, right? I'm looking at the skunk of the planet Earth and their ways and actions. And I'm like, man, I'm envious of that. Yeah, it's time for me to go home.
Yeah.
It's time for me to go home. You understand what I'm saying? So I done got that low. To where I'm looking at the skunk of the planet Earth and I'm envious of their ways and actions and how they do. And this is what it's saying about how it eats. Okay. So now I can go back home. So all of the shame, all of the stuff that I'm carrying with me, thinking that, okay, this is what's going to happen. And I'm going to be told that, I shouldn't have left. And, all of these things, like I'm just preparing myself to walk back up. So I walk back up to my father's house, right? The house with many mansions, right? The space of which I'm being, groomed up to inherit this mission, right? This task. So I go back to my father's house, and my father's like, oh, oh, my man's is back. You see what I'm saying? Slow down, Ram. Let's let's turn up, right? You see what I'm saying? So, like the other son is like, yo, pops, I've been here the whole time. You see what I'm saying? I've been here the whole time. He's like, I knew you was gonna be here. You see what I'm saying? I knew you was gonna be here. So we have to celebrate our people when they come home. So if we look at the nation's mission, this is how the nation's mission started. This is the lost found space. You see what I'm saying? This is the lost found space. This is the space where we can rejoice when one comes home. So every time a soldier comes home, every time the son or a daughter that was out here chronicling, that was wandering, that was wayward, that was lost, they have an opportunity in this space to find themselves again. You see what I'm saying? So this is a space of celebration that goes out. So none of our children that have touched this and have been exposed to this truthfully, righteously, not just in, diatribe, but through example. It's in you. It's in you. You will always be able to recognize it somewhere, and you'll find your way back home.
Yes.
You can be lost. You see what I'm saying? You could be lost, but now you're found. You have a space to find yourself again. You know what I mean? So your example, your righteous example, and the example of community, the example of community would, bringing your son around the believers and the laborers. You see what I'm saying? In those righteous examples, but most especially is you. For me, it was my mother. For me, it was my father. It was those things. So no matter where I went in the world and what I wanted to experience, most of the time it was high explosive. You see what I'm saying? And so the man out here experimenting with high explosive, it was always that space of protection, with the law to be able to come back and see. You see what I'm saying? So, but if Allah allowed you to go astray, that's something else. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing gonna know what could guide this particular individual. But as long as this is in your heart and in your mind, your willingness to be steadfast through adversity, you can always find your way back. You can always find your way back. So
absolutely.
Hopefully the young warrior ain't got to go through none of that. Maybe he's seen enough righteous examples of bad examples to be like, nah, I don't want no parts of that.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
there you go.
I got a lot of whoopings. My little sisters and them was like, nah, I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. I'm good. You see what I'm saying? So
right, exactly. I love how you put that too. Like I really love how you put that, like being able to celebrate those who do come home. Cause that's what it is. Like, when I joined the nation and, everyone welcomed me, welcome home. I'm like, wow, I do feel like I'm at home. It felt right. It felt comfortable. It's like, dang, where have I been? So it's just beautiful. I love how you put that. Praise be to Allah.
Praise to Allah. So we got like a minute and some change left. And I think a bunch of people came over here because they thought you was on with Brother Nuri. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, I appreciate y'all. Okay, but y'all gotta wait a little bit. Okay, y'all gotta wait a little bit. For that, because I'm gonna be in attendance like this with my notepad and this, and back and forth. You understand what I'm saying? Get myself together. Okay, so we're gonna be in the building for that amazing meeting of the minds. For the part 2 of that magnificent space that y'all gonna provide, and healing space that y'all gonna provide. For the family, and that meal. Prepared, because folks is hungry. They're like, oh, that ain't no. Man, I thought that was the man.
Oh yeah, they gonna be well fed tonight. I know it by the grace of Allah. Yes.
So final thoughts: how people can reach you, how they can book you, how they can collaborate with you, and how if they qualified and bona fide, to be a guest on your amazing platform in this second year of, in that wisdom year. You're in that wisdom year. Okay. So wise words and ways and actions. Okay. So you got the floor.
Well, you guys can find me on social media, Healing with Angelica. I'm usually on Facebook the most. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Healing with Angelica. I have information on my page if you guys would like to book a one-on-one consultation call. I know I've been getting a lot of requirements about wanting to start a podcast. That also is a great opportunity to connect with me, to set up a one-on-one call. So maybe we can talk a little bit more about that. And I'm on YouTube as well. You want to catch my shows. I'm also on all podcast streams. So if you want to listen to the podcast, usually the podcast that I have streaming, I add a little razzle dazzle on it. I got a little music playing, make it sound real good. So if you want to listen on the go, definitely check it out on any of your favorite podcast station. And for the most part, just follow me on social media for any new updates. And I am working hard to really come up with a solid structure to where I have like a visible website with more other than more than just my clothes, my Healing Tribe merch. So you guys can see podcasts, book a call, and more. So just bear with me as I'm working through this by the grace of Allah. However, I love you all.
And we love you back. I'm telling y'all, if y'all got a problem with this angel of Allah, she got a lot of brothers, okay? She got a lot of brothers out here, and the sisters more fierce than the brothers, okay? We got some brothers out here, okay? Have to rumble in the jungle, fam, about ours, okay? Definitely. Yes. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for your love. Thank you for that healing space that is you. I pray that Allah continue to bless you abundantly, and that every sacred idea that you have in your mind that you was able to hold on to at that terrific speed of 24 billion miles per second, okay, it's righteous and true and pleasing in the sight of Allah. So.
Yes, praise be to Allah. Thank you so much again for having me on your platform. I pray Allah continues to bless you on your journey as well.
I mean, we out, y'all. Peace.
You can tell, COINTEL, my clique has never failed. My boat has never sunk, my ship has never sailed. My hope is never shaken, my spirit is never broken. My legs are never open, my words will always be quoted. My vision is focused. Tell the POTUS I don't trust him, he'll never be noticed. I think it's time that I put you all on notice. I'm the one, David Ruffin, I'll never be Otis. If I did it, then it better work. The music industry hates me cause I'll never twerk. I'm in a different world, each verse brings the metaverse. Optometrist, I change vision like the Oculus. Watch me fly over Metropolis. Tell all the populace, rise from sarcophagus. No hypothesis, I see apocalypse. Muhammad's disciple speaks like a prophetess. We got him like we got him like, yeah. We got him like. Tell the people we coming through and we got them like. It's they love from the west, coming strong, Cali's best. We got them like. Tell the people we coming through and we got them like.
See, I done came from the bottom. I usually choose peace, today we choose violence. And they don't really know what to do, and I'ma keep banging the truth. Lyrically impeccable, irrepressible spectacle. I could turn a vegetable into an intellectual. My ancestors celestial, go beyond the skeleton. Fact checking these rappers, none of these credible. If it don't apply to the fly, it's a hypothetical. It's just the type of that you kicking is unacceptable. If you're not helping me grow, I'm just not available. I want the whole left side of a decimal, incredible. I ain't even hardly reached my pinnacle. Jump in the cypher and turn it into a festival. Bang on the game till the game need medical. I'ma keep grinding till the It's unpreventable. Middle finger, you haters, but that'll be unprofessional. We are just not compatible. I am too undetectable. Put the pedal, the metal, hitting your mental. My pen penetrating your sensory. You looking terrible. Whoa, whoa, all I see is green light bulbs. East New York, Brooklyn, let it go. My light might be an iPhone. Third eye, I see the rival. See my arrival.
We got 'em like. We got 'em like. Yeah. We got 'em like. Tell the people we coming through and we got 'em like.
It's that Nick, run the East New York, we run the streets.
We got 'em like. Tell the people we coming through and we got 'em like.
You know. We the creme de la creme. They give us accolades, but that's God working through us. We send praises up to Him. Brotherhood tight, sisterhood tight, nation building, team players. We all shooting in the gym. Got the guys with me, got the FOI with me. If we gotta go to war, then we fighting to the death. Not a betting man, but if I was, and you ask me who I put my money on, you know I'm putting it on them. Come through, they gotta respect, they gotta tip they hat. Don't disrespect our women, word bond, we'll kill for that. In the field, working with bullets, fly like we in Iraq. I do this for the family, I rap, but this way deeper than rap. Stand up, solid soldiers with me, we don't back though. I don't deal with milk toast brothers like I'm lactose. Every time I come in first, they act like they was rooting for me. Whole time I know they wanted me to come in last though. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulallah. If it wasn't for you, I know I wouldn't have made it through Allah. Grant me protection on this mission that I pursue, Allah. I know with you behind me, there ain't nothing that I can't do, Allah. You know.
We got 'em like. We got 'em like. Yeah. We got 'em like. Tell the people we coming through and we got 'em like.
It's GC from the shop. FOI till I die.
We got 'em like. Tell the people we coming through and we got 'em like.